I'm working backwards on my videos of the police helicopter, and I'm going to show everybody the evolution of the fake routine, because each event has a damning video that corresponds to the initial event that created that routine part of the overall routine. So a couple examples would be when I used to have a standoff with him when he was trying to race me back to 24092, and that was the context of around the time of the origination of the surveillance circle that goes around my neighborhood. I would go down to the park at Geronimo Montilla, and he would go back out around the backside of my neighborhood towards Trabuco Marguerite and try to race me all the way back around to 24092. And it was like a game. Like, he thought it was fun. It was a challenge, like it was a fair challenge too. And so that was one. And then other times we had that same standoff and I recorded him, and so he flew straight out up the park towards Geronimo Marguerite Trabuco, and then they've incorporated that as now it's also a straight line dart to cover up for the event that originated at 24092 when I was talking about the fake copter circles that he did there in the fake transformer fire. And so that was the origination of the dart. And then the returns happened with the 11 p.m. line, where he flew across my roof at 11 p.m. and went all the way down and did circles at Deseo, and then wove out over Caladad and tried to lead me out and then spotlight me. And I ran home and he charged after me, and he didn't just do circles after me, he charged after me, and he was at 50 feet. He was going to get me. And then let's see, what are the other ones that are significant? The tail wave originated when they had started trying to create the surveillance routine around the neighborhood, and so they told him, we've got it, we all got you. And instead of coming out and doing his corrupt cover-up, he had to derive pleasure from it. So he waved the tail at me as he flew over my head, like this is the cover-up of all cover-ups. And then he proceeded to go out there, and then he got stuck doing circles because he's stupid. And then I ran out of storage space, and then came back to my house, and dispatch told him, and I deleted apps and recorded him because he followed me back to harass me some more. And then so they just covered that up and added to his routine. And also the 11 p.m. event, that was the origination of the split route that goes across my roof and across 24092, the transformer firehouse, conveniently. And also it'll cross over the two-story house where I have events, recordings of him threatening me doing power circles. Just a few of the actual events. And if people saw the events, like the missing dementia patient, or the time when I waved at Peg Leg because he was walking by with a little spy camera with his eyeglasses, acting like he's just hanging out, and if people saw those times when the helicopter was down, I probably could have jumped and grabbed on. People went inside and closed their garage doors. And so if those were recorded, they would have just incorporated it into their routine. And he would have flew by really slow once at a low altitude, and then at a high altitude, and then say, oh, well, sometimes he's low, sometimes he's high. And flying by slow is equivalent to doing a half hour of power circles. And then it's all covered up. You just have to fly by the same area and say that it's routine. So this could be endless, and it's all lies. There is no routine. There's nothing, and all the calls are fake. And so there are other facets to it. I'm going to explain it later in my police copter review, but this is a short one.